Hi students, good morning. Hope you are keeping fine. In the last class, we discussed about types of chemical reactions, out of which the first one we already discussed. What was it? Do you remember? What was it? It is combination reaction. That is, A plus B gives AB type. A plus B gives AB type. Today, we are going to discuss the second type of reaction, that is decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. To study decomposition reaction, let us do an experiment. You have to take 2 grams of ferrous sulfate crystal in a dry boiling tube. What is that? 2 grams of ferrous sulfate crystal. Ferrous sulfate crystal. And note the color of the crystal. What's the color? The color is a pale green color. Pale green color. So you have to note the color itself. What is the color of ferrous sulfate crystal is pale green. And heat the test tube strongly. And notice what are the observations. See, while heating strongly this test tube, we can see the color change. That is, the pale green color of ferrous sulfate changes. And see, let us write or let us study what are the chemical changes taking place here. Okay? Yes. See, on heating strongly, ferrous sulfate, see, listen here, ferrous sulfate is a hydrated salt. What do you mean by hydrated salt? Salt with water of crystallization. What's that? Salt with water of crystallization. And now, let us study how the reaction going on. On heating, ferrous sulfate, FeSO4 7H2O, it decomposes to give FeSO4 plus 7H2O. That is, on heating ferrous sulfate crystals strongly, it will lose the water of crystallization. It will lose the water of crystallization. This 7H2O molecule may lose. That is, the green color of ferrous sulfate crystal is due to the presence of this water molecule. So, by removing this water molecule, the ferrous sulfate crystal becomes only anhydrous. What's the word? Anhydrous ferrous sulfate. So, anhydrous ferrous sulfate is a colorless crystal. Colorless. I told you, the green color of ferrous sulfate crystal is attributed because of the presence of water molecules in them. And that is what we call the term. What's the term? Water of crystallization. Water of crystallization. Water crystallization. So, water crystallization gives color to ferrous sulfate crystals. So, on heating, it loses the 7 water molecule and becomes colorless crystal. And see, on further heating, this ferrous sulfate decomposes to give the products as Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3. Once again, first of all, ferrous sulfate crystals on heating, it decomposes that is the water of crystallization may lose and form anhydrous ferrous sulfate crystal. It is a colorless salt. And further, on heating, it decomposes to give Fe2O3, then SO2 and SO3. So here, can you say, what specialty here? As we have studied, in case of combination reaction, what's that? That is A plus B gives AB. That is always a single product and one or more reactants. But here, can you say, here only one reactant and two more or more products. Two or more products. So, it is the type like AB gives A plus B. AB gives A plus B. So, we can say that combination and decomposition, they are opposite each other. That is, decomposition reaction is the opposite of combination reactions. So, let us study again what are the changes taking place while heating the ferrous sulfate crystal. I told you, ferrous sulfate crystal is a pale green color, and this is due to the water of crystallization, and on heating it decomposes 7 molecules of water may lose from it, and that forms an anhydrous salt. Then it is colorless in nature. Then on heating, what will happen? Strongly again, on heating what will happen? It decomposes to give Fe2O3, SO2 and SO3. So you have to study what were the observations. What were the observations while heating ferrous sulfate crystals? So while heating ferrous sulfate crystals, first one, the color may change, the change in color, and second one, see, the products formed, the byproducts formed along with Fe2O3 are SO2 and SO3. That is, they are oxides of sulfur. That means the product formed by burning sulfur. So we can observe, what we'll observe? The smell of burning sulfur. Smell of burning sulfur. So listen. What were the observations of heating ferrous sulfate crystals? Can you say which are they? First one, that is the pale green color of ferrous sulfate crystal changed to colorless. Second one, the smell of burning sulfur. And here we could see that ferrous sulfate is a type AB, which gives A plus B. That is, one reactant and one more product. Okay, more than one product. So we can say decomposition reaction is the reverse of combination reaction. Okay, did you get me? Yes. Now let us discuss next example, the heating of another salt like lead nitrate. Heating of lead nitrate. See, lead nitrate, as we know, can you write the symbol? Lead nitrate, it is PbNO3 twice. Just as ferrous sulfate, let us take PbNO3 twice, lead nitrate, in a test tube, and strongly heat it. We can see the formation of lead oxide, NO2 and O2. What will be the observation here? The observation is, because of the evolution of NO2 gas, as we know, the color of NO2 is brown. Okay, so we can observe the brown fumes were evolved from the test tube while heating. So on strongly heating the crystal lead nitrate, we can see what? the brown fumes are evolved from the test tube. Okay, see, let us balance the equation. Let's balance the equation. This equation is balanced one? No, you have to balance. So here, while putting 2 and here 4, the equation is balanced. Okay, 2 lead here, 2 lead here. Then how many nitrogen? 4 nitrogen. Here 4 nitrogen. Then oxygen, how many? 2 into 3, 6 into 2, 12. So here 4 into 2, 8 plus 2, 10 plus 2, 12. Okay, so this equation is balanced one. Then let us discuss one more example. That is the heating of limestone. The third equation or third example, heating of limestone. The heating of limestone. Limestone on strongly heating, it decomposes to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide is and calcium carbonate are already familiar to you. That is, calcium carbonate is limestone. It is limestone, and calcium oxide is quicklime. Quicklime. Okay. Yes. So calcium carbonate, limestone, and calcium oxide is quicklime. Okay. Yes. So while strongly heating calcium carbonate, it decomposes to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. In these 3 examples, or in these 3 activity, you could see that these reactions takes place only on heating. 2 grams of ferrous sulfate on heating, then 2 grams of lead nitrate on heating, then calcium carbonate on heating. Here, these decomposition reactions are accompanied by the presence of heat only. And therefore, we can classify this decomposition reaction as thermal decomposition reaction. Thermal decomposition reaction. So what do you mean by thermal decomposition? Decomposition reaction takes place in the presence of heat. Okay, decomposition reaction takes place in presence of heat are called thermal decomposition. Okay, thermal decomposition. See, decomposition reaction may take place by heating only. Heating only. And here, these types of reactions are accompanied by the absorption of heat. Absorption of heat. So we can say these are examples of endothermic reactions also. In the last class, we already discussed about exothermic. Similarly, next one, endothermic. Endothermic means reactions in which heat is absorbed. Okay, heat is absorbed. So once again, let us rewind the topic. First one, decomposition. In decomposition reaction, always a single reactant and 2 or more products. AB gives A plus B. Then 3 examples, heating of lead nitrate, heating of ferrous sulfate, and heating of calcium carbonate. Okay, thank you.